What's good, YouTube? We have an interesting development here today, and that, of course, is going to be the 3.1 live stream. Now, I was meaning to make this when it dropped, but we had some camera issues, so you're going to have to bear with me on our little edit. I want to start by saying that this live stream, in my opinion, the content that it's showing is pretty good, but there are questionable things and there are a few parts that I feel like need to be addressed. But yeah, let's dive right into the trailer and then we're gonna get to the hardcore content in just a bit. Let's check it out.
Nothing truly matters. Not even saving the world. But you have to believe what you're doing has a meaning. That's the only way to keep moving forward. And that's why.
Wow. I'm gonna have to say, like, when it comes to the trailers, when it comes to introduction, Wuwa nails it. And let's just talk about it for just a second. People who weren't aware of the trailer, people who never saw it, right? They don't know, but now they will, because in the original context, like way before 3.0 release, they made like a small trailer for AMF, and then people were hinting out how she didn't have a shadow, how she was invisible to everyone else except Rover. And that's exactly what they're demonstrating right here. She is invisible to everybody except Rover, who can see it. And I also like the transition between both male and female. And I've been thinking, we're going to the Frostland. New content, new map. This is going to look really good. For you who walks in snow.
Look at this place. Hard to believe it. Years ago, all of this was a lush green forest. It triggered a magnetic pole shift. From then on,
it also gives me like Jinjo vibe, I'm not going to lie. But I'm really hoping they put in a lot of more content. And I'm sure they will.
Has been to use the exostrator to explore space, whether through the etheric sea or the Strider Gate.
And then we're getting a bit of like the cherry blossom, the Honami city.
The one who watches over them.
And this is her animation banner.
Propulsion mode.
That's a smooth transition, I'm not gonna lie.
Enter on cue. From the sky.
I think that's her burst right here, I think.
To the Savior's victory. Ha! Solar flare.
Yeah.
Eclipse. Light show of the finale. Fire. Order confirmed. Body limit unlocked. The Savior rises.
This is so good. I cannot wait to get her. And then we have Luke. Dude, Luke is so cool.
One misstep, imbalance ends here.
He has a scythe. I was so shocked he has a scythe.
Excision. Dissection. Blink. And agony ends. I bestow eternal peace.
Wait. Okay. We need to go back. Wait. Okay, first part, let's talk about AMF real quick. This right here, when they do something like this, I'm 100% that this means it's the burst. Because they're giving you that extra animation to let you know. And that part isn't in the game, okay? You won't see that in the game. You only see it in the live stream. To tell you that, yes, this is the actual burst. So that means the animation you see beforehand here.
Target annihilated.
Not this one. I guess that's like the 5 basic attack from what I'm understanding.
Enter on cue.
Okay, so it seems that it won't show the first part, but usually when she does like the microphone animation, that's most likely going to be the enhanced skill or skill. And then when you see her like pointing the sword, that's probably like the 5 basic attack, and then she turns into a mech. And then when you get to this part here, that is the liberation.
Savior's victory.
So during her liberation, it's gonna be like Cardathea, You get like the first form into fleur-de-lis, and then you get like the special attacks and stuff like that. Like you can see here, this is probably like the skill similar to fleur-de-lis, where you go up and then you can start attacking in the air.
Eclipse! Light show of the finale!
And then this is probably going to be the final finisher.
Fire! Order confirmed. Body limit unlocked. The savior rises.
And then we gotta talk about Luke here. Luke, you know, I was expecting him to be doing something with tubes and stuff like that. I was not expecting the scythe at all. And at the same time, if you guys recall, in the 3.0 story, Luke was doing like pen twirl. He's doing pen tricks. And then you can kind of see him doing that, but with the knife.
Shame. One misstep.
We're also getting like Lene vibes here as well. He's very flashy. If I have pulls, I'm definitely getting him. That finisher right there is kind of sick.
Veins exposed.
This guy's just aura farming in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna be floating in the air, thinking to myself. Oh yeah, let's just zoom in too, because that makes sense.
Excision. Dissection.
Excision, dissection. They're really giving him this character of a doctor.
Blink. The agony ends. I bestow.
And I think right here, I don't think people notice. Let me just slow this down. There it is. Yes, there you go. People don't notice this, but in that swift second, he's basically biting his fingers. I've seen this in a lot of movies. It's like some kind of activation sequence, right? You bite it and then you transform. That's basically what they're taking on with him. So he bites himself and then he creates blood. His power is from his golden vein. Yep. And then his tacit mark is on his hand. So it activates like that. Okay, whoops. I did not mean to do that. And I have to say though,
I can help.
oh,
Eternal peace.
I've seen this slash before. I was thinking of Skirk from Genshin, unironically enough. But nah, I think they're completely separate characters. I definitely like what he has. Now, of course, his is not going to be as flashy as Amief, because Amief, they went hardcore crazy on her. But he's still a pretty cool character. I'm kind of glad that they put in some stuff for him.
So if I can help, I will.
I have to. Saving the world. Nothing
Wait,
but
what?
shackles.
Wait, okay, I did not catch this when I was watching. I did not catch this. Okay, so this is us, and I guess those are. I thought she was fighting her clone. I'm gonna assume that these are like the new echoes that I was seeing, which we'll get into that in a bit.
Saving the world. Nothing but a pair of shackles.
This reminds me of a scene in which story was it? 2.4, 2.2? I remember seeing like someone looking down. They were concerned.
Eternal shackles.
And those dreams.
There's an astronaut, guys. There's an astronaut echo. I mean, I guess I was expecting this, but I was also not expecting this at the same time.
We're still alive today.
Yeah, this was necessary for the plot. Thank you. The music. They always nail it. They always nail it. And I'm so excited for the story. So yeah, this should be Amief's banner. Looking pretty solid. Now, if I win the 50-50, we're probably going to get her. But if I don't win the 50-50, then I'll probably get her by just grinding the game. it does like how does wuwa do it, bro? He's a gauntlet user, but then you see him holding a scythe. And then when you think of another character in the game that uses a scythe, you're thinking of Havoc Rover. And he's a sword user. It it doesn't make sense. Now I have to say the sphere, pulsar, whatever, Everbright looks pretty cool. You get the pink and blue. Those are like my favorite combination. I'm not gonna lie. This weapon is also pretty good too. Kind of excited to see if I get it. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not both for it, but it could definitely fit in with Zani since they're both Spectro user. The Exo Strider in the background. New main story. The new lands. I have to say, like, every single update in WoWo, you're getting new map expansion. And the good thing is that it's more content, yes, but also the bad part is the optimization. Just, it never gets addressed. Maybe they are trying to do it, but because it's a live stream service game, this is my take, right? It's very hard to just go back because you're actively having devs trying to push out newer content and they can't really focus on the past unless they're going to drop a dry patch. And then when they drop a dry patch, everyone's going to start complaining. So that's just my take. And of course, they can hire more people. Hopefully that happens in the future. But it is getting a little out of hand when the gigabyte is taking over 60, 70, or even close to 100. So yeah. And in this right here, this most certainly reminds you of Mount Firmament. This, that one cliff. I remember there was like a special chest in like the middle here, and I was like going around trying to find it in the loot map. A bit of that Honami, that Japanese vibe. Very interesting. These new puzzles look really cool though, I have to say. It's a great addition to exploration. We don't have like the same usual stuff. This introductory of making traveling really easy with like these teleports and stuff like that, great addition, because it would be just painful if we had the Mount Firmament experience where you had to climb such height and there was no area to help you levitate. And then we also have like transformation too, with like, I guess, quests, right? Where you have to save this area and stuff like that. That's always nice to have. And we have, of course, new solid skin gameplay. Let me try to fast forward a little bit. We also have more advanced version of the smart print cube. I really like this. This is a great thing to add to the game. Really brings back that nostalgic memory for those who played like cool math games and such. Okay, we got Void Storm Zone. Pretty solid, pretty cool. I definitely find it intriguing that we have an Echo for an astronaut. And from what I've saw in the live stream, I think he was a 4-cost Echo, which is really cool. Shadow Stepper. Oh yeah, so these are all the new yeah, so it looks like this is what we were fighting. This Sigillum. Yeah, the Sigillum. Amia versus the Sigillum. So going to be pretty exciting to know what the lore is going to be about. We have the Nameless Explorer. That's what they're called. Very nice. And yeah, that's going to be the new hologram. Okay. And then we have to talk about the events, guys. We have to talk about the events. So I'll first like talk to you about what we're seeing here. Lola Logistics. So just a bit of like some trading card games, okay? It is pretty nice though. You're gonna get to see that. Yes, we're bringing out old characters. I feel like Kuro Games is starting to listen. They're starting to take into consideration that we want to be able to see old characters. And of course, I'm gonna be high when I see Chang Li. Just to let you guys know. And what is this? Is this like, oh yeah, making coffee, tea, whatever it is. I've seen this in HSR. Yeah. So you can see pretty much we have like a sort of building experimentation going on. If you're into that stuff, this is going to be perfect for you. I know if people wanted like dorm system, house system, and like that. Yeah. And this Phantom Echo skin looks pretty solid. I gotta say, it should be blue and red, maybe. I'm not too sure. And then we have this again. Um, this looks like what we already have. Truth Seekers walk with one step at a time. Oh, it's area exploration event. Okay, we have something currently in game that looks like this exact image, but basically it's you just get clues about messages or something like that. I don't know. I didn't even read it, but it's free astrate. One click event. And this event here is basically one of those advertisements where you just need to build a big army and then you need to shoot down like the zombies or whatever. Honestly, it does look pretty entertaining. Let me see if they show it. Okay, they do. Okay, cool. Yeah. You shoot the monsters, you get abilities, you grow them. I think people are going to enjoy this. Like even casual or just in general. Usually when they do casual events, a lot of people are not going to do it, but this feels very familiar. And that's what a lot of players, a lot of casuals are going to want to do. And then yeah, free badges. And then this event here, this is similar to like the Frolova event, I would say. Well, not necessarily, but they took that concept. I don't think people are gonna really care about this event as much as to the motorbikes. And then of course we have the new hologram with this reactor husk. This guy is kind of annoying. I'm curious to know how annoying he's gonna be. Yeah, it already looks cancer. Already looks cancer. Yeah, and for some reason, this doesn't even look like the hologram 6. This is probably 5, because I swear 6 will put you on your feet. And we have updated to the Peak of Prestige. I guess this is really nice, but I know a lot of people don't really like the new one, or they're not really familiar with card games. The first Peak of Prestige was really good, though, I will say that. But I don't know, this newer one, it feels a little... Hey, it's a here and there. And then login event, update to bikes, right? Apparently now you can ride in the water, which is really nice to have because if you know issues of having to bridge spam with cryo units, that was not fun. So their way of, you know what, if you want to travel over here, we're just going to make it so that you can just ride it through. That's great. I love this addition. And of course, they did some optimization to the visuals on how you see. This is really nice. Those casual enjoyers, people want to take photos. Very nice to help out those on mobile as well. And then we have the new skins. And of course, I have to say, the skins being $10, nah, dude, that's a little expensive. This should be like $5 max, realistically speaking. And then they come out with this one. Now, this skin has effects to it. This is like the premium bike skin, the premium deluxe Pro Max skin. And then you can kind of see, yeah, it has like visual effects to it. Now, I guess they didn't show it over here, but that's perfectly fine. That one costs $25. That's pretty expensive. That should be at most $15. I'd argue to go with 10. I think they need to take in a little bit of what PGR has, like the flexibility that people can get. And then this is really nice. This is a give back event. you play the game, you do the quests, and then you get, 10 astrites, 10 astrites. You get 10 lustrious and then 10 of the limited, and then you get a beautiful glider skin. I love it. I love it. And it's some extra stuff. And of course, this over here, you're also going to get 1,600 astrite. And then, in case you guys are wondering, this is going to be releasing towards the end of the first banner. This isn't a Mavuika Sitlali situation where it releases in second phase, because the update comes out, I believe, on the 5th. So this is 12 days, which basically 2 weeks after it released. So keep that in mind. Free, essentially 20 pulls from this and the other banner that I just showed you a second ago. And then we have some updates to the echoes. This is really good. This is really good. We've been asking this for quite a while now, where you can get to choose which target you want, because you're like, oh dude, I want this set, but then you fuse and then it goes to every other one. This is really annoying. And then they also made it some quality of life where it finally targets the echo when you're on the map, which is really good. And then, of course, we also have more optimization for mobile. Pretty nice. I can't really say much because I'm not playing on mobile. If this helps you, that's great. From where we're heading right now, it seems that mobile players are going to be intensive heavy. Intensive heavy. And then we have like these enhanced visual details and scenery, which is really nice. Walking and stuff like that. God damn. And I probably won't get too much in this. I do like this though. Before, after. So yeah, that's gonna be about it for this live stream. But there are some concerns that I have. And the first part is the co-op event. We do not have co-op event. I don't know how much I have to keep saying this. Where are the co-op events? And this is going to be something that I'm going to bring up in a future video, because I am so annoyed that Kuro Games has decided that they will not push out these contents that encourages players to get in, right? If they added like a PvP event, people are going to be playing the game consistently, because when they log in, they have something else to do. They can talk to their friends, they can make friends. This is one of the reasons that other live service games are retaining players. And at the moment, what wuwa is doing is you play the game for the first like 1 week, you do all the stuff, you're done. That's what they're aiming for. But I want to aim for a community, or at least for me, at least. I think that they should aim for a community that wants to consistently play their game. I mean, who doesn't, right? You're gonna get more money, you're gonna get more encouragement. Like if you have a group of people that loves to play wuwa and then you have like a new friend, they're probably gonna be encouraged to play here. So I don't understand why they can't add co-op events. Another thing is the combat events. Guys, we're missing combat events. I think an argument to be made is that we have 3 new endgames now, so they decided, you know what, we're gonna put up all these free casual events. But I still think that you need to add something to do with your character. Let's say you're someone that doesn't know how to do the TOA, they don't know how to do wuwa, and they most certainly don't have teams built for pawn matrix, right? There needs to be any sort of event that allows them to just use their character, because when you get to pull on a new character and you get to use him over time, you're gonna enjoy it. But if you pull on a character like Amieth and then all of a sudden, oh, you're locked behind the story, and then once you're done with the story, you're like, okay, what do I do? Go out and explore? It's not really fun. I don't understand what they did there. Lastly, yes, there are concerns in regarding the spending event, and I feel like a lot of people only took that as the main issue of 3.1. They didn't really consider, or it has clouded their judgment. And in my opinion, I think that yes, that is an issue that needs to be addressed separately. But if we're going to look at 3.1 as a whole, we need to talk about other things that are wrong with the game. Editor code here. I forgot to mention completely that during the 3.0 trailers, there was hint of Cyberpunk, but how come that we're in 3.1 and we still don't have news? This actually annoyed me, but I completely forgot to talk about it in the video. And I guess we're just going to insert this as one of the reasons I was dissatisfied with this live stream. And of course, the story driven, the characters look really good. We need to give them credit for that. They're doing quality of life, but I feel like they did miss the mark when it comes to like the substat reroller, because that should be permanent when you get to choose which one you want. Instead, it's just you re-rolling and then you have to RNG again. That doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they couldn't give us that for free, the transducer for free, and then the one where you have to actually choose which subset you do want, then that is going to be locked behind to some degree. And there should also be some free ones as well. But overall though, I think this live stream is like a 7 out of 10. It is true that there were mistakes that they made with the spending event, right? That takes off a few points. But for me personally, I have been looking forward to a co-op event, a battle event, combat event, and I didn't really get to see that again. So this is truly disappointing. I'm hoping for more actual quality of life though. Like, I have a friend that's always complaining about not having enough echo storage. Just put 10,000 at this point. I don't know. I mean, I'm not running into the issue, but because other people are having an issue, then yeah, might as well just feed more to them, okay? So yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video. Pretty long yap session, and yeah, that's gonna be about it. See you guys on the next one.